Is the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra just hype or the real deal? I've been using the phone as my main smartphone for 7 days and I have some surprising things to share with you. Let's talk about the design of the S24 Ultra. Everything has a flatter and less rounded look. And yes, this includes the S Pen, which has a squared off design. Now at the back of the phone has a nice matte finish. In fact, the entire S24 series, including the S24 and the S24 Plus, has this matte finish. It is the first for the series, which means we are saying goodbye to glossy finishes and of course, attracting fingerprints as well. Then the sides of the phone are matte and textured as well, which is great for grip, especially considering the phone's large size. Now the variant that I have is the titanium grey, and it's not just a name as the material is also used in the phone's construction. However, this titanium finish is only unique to the S24 Ultra as the other two sticks with aluminium. Now using it daily, I found that the phone felt great in the hand thanks to its finish, especially the sides. Now another plus is that it doesn't heat up significantly during use, and this is likely due to the titanium material. And for those who love the S Pen, it is here to stay as it is a key feature of the Ultra variant where it even matches the phone's color finish, which is a nice touch. So the display for Samsung's flagship smartphone has always been the strongest feature for so long, and this phone is no different. The screen is completely flat and has perfectly uniform bezels, a first for a Samsung smartphone. The screen's responsiveness is immediately noticeable, especially when using the S Pen. It feels smooth and precise, which is also great for note-taking or even drawing as well. Now one of my favorite features is the peak brightness of 2600 nits, because during my weeks of using the phone, I spent a lot of time outdoors and the screen was always visible even in direct sunlight. The automatic brightness adjustment has also been flawless too, quickly adapting when moving from bright sunlight to shade and even going from the basement parking to outdoor as well. Now watching videos on the phone is an amazing experience. Now the moment I unboxed the phone, I set the resolution to the maximum QHD Plus for an even better viewing experience, and the playback specification on Netflix includes wideband L1 with HDR10 capabilities. Now although it does lack Dolby Vision, but the contrast ratio and the overall dynamic range is still top notch. Now, a common issue that I had with previous Samsung flagships was even though that the screen was tough and can withstand cracks, but it was very prone to micro scratches, even after a few days of use. However, I am pleased to tell you that this new Corning Gorilla Glass armor on the S24 Ultra lives up to its promise. Even after a weeks of use, the screen looks as good as new. And the reduction of screen glare is remarkable, where it is significantly better than other phones that I've used, which is a real testament to the quality of the glass used. Now the S24 Ultra has some impressive upgrades in terms of performance and hardware. Now let's start with the phone's base model RAM. It has been upgraded from 12GB from last year's 8GB, and it is about time because in 2024 this should be standard for every smartphone, so other smartphone makers, please take note. Then the speaker has seen some physical changes too. They now deliver clearer sound, particularly in the mids and highs. Now this enhances the experience of listening to music better through the phone speakers. Then connectivity wise, the phone supports Wi-Fi 7, and even though I do not have a Wi-Fi 7 modem yet, I did notice that the app downloads were significantly faster compared to other smartphones that I've used. Next, the powerhouse inside the device is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy. Now this isn't just any chip, where it is the 4 Galaxy variant, meaning that it is overclocked specifically for this phone, making a very noticeable difference in performance. Now during my daily use, everything from downloading apps to the responsiveness of the camera shutter button were top notch. The phone also manages heat very well too. Even when I was out in the sun shooting 8K video, yes, and it didn't overheat. Now speaking of 8K video, I am curious. Since 8K video has been in Samsung phones for quite a while now, do you guys record in that resolution? Let's discuss that in our Discord server. All the links will be down below. Then the battery life really surprised me, in a good way of course, because I've been using the highest QHD Plus resolution with dark mode enabled and with heavy usage, watching videos, taking photos and more, and the phone lasted an average of 6 hours of screen on time at 10% battery with dark mode turned on. Now this is quite impressive because just imagine how much more battery life that you can get by scaling down the resolution to FHD+, but you know what? Just use QHD+, my friends. Now the software experience on this new One UI version 6.1 based on Android 14 has been lovely. Now in my opinion, it even surpassed Google's own stock experience. The new drop-down menu is nicely organized and the brightness slider is immediately visible and easy to adjust, which is a small but a very appreciated detail. Now another feature I'm really enjoying is the dynamic live widgets. Take the clock widget for instance. It moves in real time and allows for customization in terms of the clock type, colors and even opacity. There's even a dedicated camera widget, which is handy if you frequently use the rear portrait mode, for example, where you can set it to open on that mode directly from the widget. And of course, there's more customization that you can do that the new One UI has, making it the best Android skin that I've tested thus far. Next, let's talk about the Galaxy AI feature that has been a game changer for me, where I've been extensively using the Circle to search with Google and the Note Assist. And since I've been working on my productivity desk setup video, the Circle to search is brilliant, where you don't even need to take a photo, just circle the item in the camera app's viewfinder and you can get an accurate search results instantly, and it has been right on the mark every time that I've used it. Then there's the Note Assist, which is fantastic for S Pen users like me, where it converts handwritten notes into proper conversations thanks to the writing style feature built inside of the keyboard, which has been incredibly useful while scripting this video or even for quickly sending messages on WhatsApp, which saves me a lot of time on typing something longer if I want to grab dinner at a particular place and time. Now, speaking of typing, if you want to read a written version of this entire video, head on to our website at www.adamlobo.tv. Links will be down below. Now, another standout feature is the Instant Slow, where it uses AI to create slow motion effects in videos, even if it wasn't shot on a high frame rate or in slow motion mode. Now, the results have been impressive. It's like watching your videos back in real time, but with a cinematic slow motion effect. Then the Advanced Photo Editor AI has been great during my 1 week of use, whether or not you're removing or repositioning objects in a photo. Now, I am planning to do a dedicated video on how to use these Galaxy AI features, especially for things like the Call Assist for real-time translation. And I also want to take photos on the streets of KL and demonstrate the real-time edits when using the Advanced Photo AI. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't done so, and stay tuned for that. Then finally, let's look at the camera's performance. Now, the camera setup on the S24 Ultra includes the main ultra-wide and one of the telephoto lenses that are the same as last year's model. So if you're a fan of the photos in my previous S23 Ultra review, you will be as pleased with the results from these lenses last year, as they consistently deliver great shots as seen in these photos and videos over here. And of course, I was really excited to test out this new quad tele zoom lens, which features a 50 megapixel sensor and offers up to 5 times optical zoom. And yes, the results were impressive. Whether it's 4K or 8K, the 5 times optical zoom delivers clear and stabilized footage. Now, speaking of 8K video, the image stabilization for the main lens is so effective, it's almost like using a gimbal, even when you're walking fast, as you can see in this footage. Then portrait mode also benefits from this 5 times zoom capability, capturing an amazing and detailed image. Then Samsung's nightography feature is also available in the 5 times zoom lenses, producing excellent results in low light conditions as demonstrated in these sample photos. And I have to say that when I looked through the camera app's 5 times zoom, it looked dark, but after I taken a shot, it was clear as day. So yes, all in all, both the front and the rear cameras of the S24 Ultra has been top notch. The images are well balanced in color, and the new 5 times optical zoom lens did significantly improve over last year's model. It is a better fit for everyday use, as people do prefer using a 5 times zoom over an extreme 10 times zoom, especially with a bigger 50 megapixel sensor. So in conclusion, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is not just a phone, it's a leap forward, blending top-tier technology with user-centric design and overall build quality. It is definitely a must-have for anyone who values power and performance, and is also a productivity king, which I'm sure that Ali Abdaal would also appreciate this. And check out my hands-on video of the S24 and the S24 Plus over here if you haven't seen it.